Welcome back, guys. Today we are installing a yard sump pump. If you're wondering the reason behind this project, as you can see, we collect a lot of watershed from my neighbor's newly installed gutters. These are pictures from last summer. I was using a pool cover pump to evacuate the water to the street. This is the gutter causing most of the issues. As you can see, there is only about 3 feet of runoff between the gutter and my property. So let's spend roughly $400 and get this problem fixed. I started by installing a sump barrel and cutting the sod where the 3/4 inch PEX would be installed. You can do this the easier way by renting a trencher, but that leaves tracks in the yard and a mess to clean up later, and we don't have time for that. I was able to get all the sod out in one satisfying piece for you guys. And doing it this way, we can slide it back in all at once to make things easier when we're finishing up this project. After doing this step, we'll need to clear a little extra room for the PEX to lay in the ground. If you don't do that, you'll have a small bulge in the yard. And we don't want any high spots in the yard. Those are hard to get rid of. Now we're heading to the hard part of the project and tunneling underneath the sidewalk. This took about 45 minutes and quite a bit of patience. If you guys have any pro tips on how to do this easier next time, I'm all ears. Leave them in the comments. I made this tool that I saw on YouTube, but I feel like there's an easier way to do this. Here's where we finally break through. After I pulled the PEX under the sidewalk, it was time to lay the rest of it and get it covered back up with the sod we removed from earlier. Guys, this entire project took me about 3.5 hours of work. Roughly $400 in supplies, which that includes the sump pump barrel, along with 65 feet of PEX. Not that bad when comparing companies charge over $4,000 for this. I'm using some masonry sand to fill in the gaps in the sod we replaced. Next, we're using a leveling rake to even everything out. The grass will grow through all of this sand in a couple of weeks from now. We won't even be able to see the trench at all. After installing the pump and getting the PEX through the curb, we are all finished up. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in next week for a flower bed renovation.